Shalom, my brothers and sisters. This today the Most High Yahoo has made. We rejoice and be glad in it. I'm going to give y'all what the Most High Yahoo has me on because like I told y'all, he been taking me away of watching people. And he give me understanding that we should worship him in spirit and truth. And a lot of people in their flesh. But also he told me about, in the last video I told y'all in a short clip, how he was telling me about how we are we're angels. Because he said in the beginning, he had created, he told me he created his children with Lucifer and Michael, angels in the heaven. That's a spirit. And he said we have to pay attention to what spirit inside of people. And we have to understand it's just a different part of life that we in. And you know how generation to generation, but it's the same spirit that's running into people. It's spirits running into people that's from heaven. Because he told me the same thing that done on this earth this day is nothing new under the sun. It was done in heaven. And that's why he in Jerusalem. And this is why he kicked the fallen angels out. He kicked them out. He kicked them out of heaven. Witchcraft was done in the temple. He gave me Ezekiel. I told you I'm in Ezekiel, y'all. Witchcraft was done in the temple, in the buildings. Same way as witchcraft done in this, your body. And he told us we die to this flesh daily. Because he told me we have to walk in the spirit. But I told y'all also, he told me it's a Hebrew Israelite religion. And it's built on witchcraft. And he told me about, I'm giving y'all, because as you watch me, it's little pieces that I show y'all, because he say he give us stuff in part. And it'll come together later on as we go to understanding, because we on a walk and we learning along the way. So we all learning, but this is why he told me to get away from watching people. You know, he said witchcraft in the Hebrew Israelites. In the religion, it's witchcraft. And a lot of people watching, I know I was one of them, watching them. And a lot of them are witches and warlocks. They are a spirit that's in the body dealing with witchcraft and divination. Shaitan. When they said that the angels taught human this stuff, we're just a body. So they teach you this. But it's a spirit that teach a human how to do evil things. So we battle against good and evil in our body, in our cells. We are a spirit in a body. And they teaching humans, which is a human body. Teaching a person in the inside what to do. This is why it goes why humans, when the fallen angels fell down on earth, they got trapped in the human body and started teaching other humans, which are lost sheep, that other angels came on the earth. Y'all, I'm trying to give it to y'all. He give me some this understanding. And we lost sheep along the way because they taught us this stuff. It's about getting yourself right, spiritual, because it's telling you who you are on the inside. And then he told me also, remember that Daniel story I showed y'all? And it said it got the feminine energy, and it said at the top masculine and at the bottom feminine. That's energy. Female and male. It's not a sex. It's energy. Female and male energy. Because when you're in heaven, an angel don't have a sex. So they go off of energy. And this is why he told me also, this is why I started cutting off my comments. This is why the spirit of oppression came in. Because as I started getting the truth, they sending spells and stuff through spells and sorcery and curses through comments. He got me turning the comments off. Because once you get into the truth, this is why they slave masters. They want to keep you bound. And a lot of people following that Hebrew Israelite movement, you're a slave to them. You're a slave to them. Because they tell you, Shaitan, these fallen angels, they tell you, this is why he said we free. You break from the religion. You have a personal relationship with him. Because also he got me about Baal. He told us they were Baal worshippers. Baal prophet, Baal worshippers. That's male and female energy. That's what Baal is, a lord of a female and male energy. It's a lord. That's why he told us also about they say anybody could be a lord. They are Baal. They are your slave master, your lord. You look up to them. You don't seek out and go get to know the truth for the Father for yourself. You following everybody else out here that's sending out that Baal energy. And that Baal energy is a female male energy. That they have it is a witchcraft. So you watching Baal worshipers. That's why he got me to myself, y'all. You better get to know the Father for yourself. And he also told me, he said, just what he told us before. Why a lot of his children lost along the way. Why they lost sheep along the way. Because they want everything quick. They don't want to look for, they lazy. They don't want to take our time to do no studying and having no relationship with him for themselves. So they looking for people. Looking. And the Baal worshippers, which are, he got me with the Hebrew Israelites. I told you different religions, but I'm telling you because he telling me Hebrew Israelite religion. That's why he said color and it don't matter. It's a spirit. Your sex and color don't matter when you're in the kingdom of heaven. With an angel, a spirit, it don't matter. This is just a spirit inside of a body. Training humans, just like fallen angels, they say training humans. Think of this spiritually. Get out your flesh. That's why he also told me about the second coming of Yahushua. Yahushua, when he came back as a spirit, this is his second coming. As a spirit, as us. Second coming. People don't, the people who understand will get us, because he told me we have to give the truth. A lot of people under witchery and warlock sorceries. I'm telling you, under witches and warlocks. Baal worshippers. These are fallen angels. These are spirits, a fallen angel inside of a body. And a lot of us was lost following them, but set free. He told me in Ezekiel that in the temple, in Jerusalem, in this throne, in heaven, the practices of witchcraft and everything done on this earth was the same thing there. That's why he kicked them out. And he teaching man, because up there nothing but the spirit form can be there, the angels. And you got to be good to hang with the kingdom. But also inside of you, you got to understand it's the body too. When this body pass away, where your spirit going to go? And also the body, how he said, we run around here, some people torture day and night. It's the body. It's the spirit inside the body. Get out of the fleshly thinking. And he said they feed the flesh so much. And let me tell you why he told me, also gave me information, because he had been to give me this. What is, so they depend on them to be a God. Instead of seeking Yahuwah, having a personal relationship for yourself, you seeking them as gods. What short-term want to be? These all fallen angels, they want to be gods. And so in a human form, that person, if you want to be a God, that's inside of you. That spirit. You know, we was once manipulators and stuff, and we broken free from spirits and stuff that we done been. This is how you get deliverance. He's delivering you from, and you going through the fire, breaking you from stages of sin. Because you were in the darkness. Now you going into the light. That's why he have also with fallen angels. And he said, us and angels. You know how they say, and you believe everything they say on Hollywood. They say fallen angels is a star. An angel is a star. A fallen angel is a dark star. It says Satan come as an angel of light. That means he's in darkness. We are in the light. You are an angel in the light. A spirit. You was once dark doing their stuff, what they told you, because they got a spell over you. And it's through religion. You can have a personal relationship with y'all yourself, but he give us the word too. You can have a personal relationship with him and read your word. You don't need to follow nobody to get the understanding. He teach us. This is why people have vain imaginations, and you attract what you believe in. They off your energy through this. This is why he said Satan he ain't worried about a human form. That AI and stuff, that technology, they do that energy. You feed what's in you, that spirit. If you're going to become dark or you're going to become of the light. But there's a lot of Baal worshippers. And they all about that money, gang of the world. That's what the Most High y'all told us. You better be careful. These are slave masters having you as slaves. A slave to sin. Keeping you bound from having your personal relationship with our Father. for yourself. I don't watch nobody. I watch him. Keep your eyes on him. He told me also, that's why they want you to depend on them. They know just how the worldly system, the government, the NWO, all that system. He told us also, with them talking about spiritually. I mean, they talking about fleshly. Take the mark of the beast, but the NWO and stuff going on. The government slave of you, they too. It's a lot of fallen angels came on this earth and created religions and worlds, and they spirits inside of a human body. They could get into a human body, like he told us Ezekiel. It's a human form. You see an animal form. They could transform into anything. Satan come as an angel of light. It's a spirit inside people. You got to understand what is the spirit inside of a person. Everybody got a spirit until you in the grave. And that spirit going to go wherever it's going to go. Spiritual. Get out the flesh. And he told me that reason why, remember I told y'all the Most High Yahuwah told me that seemed like they always say, I'm right, this right, I'm right, you wrong, you right. Everybody take everything out of content. Because it's only one true way. You having a relationship with him. Because you can't follow everybody. You don't know what people's mindset in. They want to train your thought to be as they thought. So whatever because they have mind control over you. Religion. Follow you in this through witchcraft, through sorcery. To have you depend on them. They know worse than the ones in the church. When you was in church, they ain't nothing but a fallen angel in the church. Witchcraft. Man, they're the same thing. They just in human form, y'all. Get out the fleshly thinking. Get into the spiritual. It says in Genesis they were falling down, and the fallen angels came down to teach humans. How they was teaching humans? Because they came in the human flesh. So there's a spirit inside of a human, teaching a human how to do evil things. And they tell you they manipulators. Slavery. He gave me Deuteronomy 18. Let's go to this. I told you. Make sure you stay in his commandments. Stay in the Torah. But also what he give you, it's in it. We want to Deuteronomy. What was done before, just like in Noah. It's just history repeating itself. You will, and a lot of stuff even though you had dreams and stuff, and sometimes you think of stuff, and you be like, oh, I remember this. Oh, it's like it's deja vu to you because we're spirits. That Hollywood stuff and all that, they train your mind to keep you lost. They tell you part of a truth with a lie. Why you think they over Hollywood and everything and over the media and everything? Because they want to keep you as a slave to them. And once you know the truth, you're a threat to them. That's why they come after you. You become a threat. I know they after me. That's why I tell you. They do their witchcraft and magic and stuff, shooting the spells and try to do curses through this. The Most High y'all have me turn that off. Because they shoot curses, spells, sorcery through this. That's why I'm watching nobody, because they had you. That's why I told you I had to start watching people, because you'll believe what they do. They training your thoughts. And then what? They get more views, more money. Oh, they going to keep on. I got me a viewer. I got me one watching this, a follower. So, because you ain't a leader. I told you they like leaders. They want you to jump on their team if you're a leader. I told you what category. It don't matter if they Roman, whatever that is, it's a spirit. We are spirit formed in a fleshly body running on this earth. And we was once lost, now we found. Because a lot of them follow Shaitan to do evil things. And he teaching them how to be a god. Now, you know the Most High Yahuwah said that we have to have pure conscience. This go for any deacon, leader, teacher, anybody, any of us should have pure conscience when we give out something. Because you imagine this. Listen to what he's saying. Look at this. That's why I say you never know the heart of people. That's why people be working out of witchcraft. You got to be mad, even just with your imagination. He says, put your mind on things or above, on him. We have our thoughts and eyes up on him. Look at this. This is what qualification for an overseer is. This is a faithful saying. If a man desires the position of a bishop, he desires a good work, a good work. A bishop then must be blameless. You don't know what these people are about? The Most High Yahuwah know the heart of all men. Look at this. and a husband of one wife. They might have multiple wives, but not only that, they should have one relationship, one father, with covenant with the Father. Should only be married to the Most High Yahuwah. It says, temperate, sober-minded. You don't know what people mind in, y'all. Of good behavior, hospitable, able to teach, not given to wine, nor violent, nor greedy for money. This is what a lot of them about, that money, y'all. Greed. Witchcraft. They want to have you under manipulation. Like I'm saying, it was in church, Christian churches. It don't matter what religion. And not even just with pastors. I'm saying, even false prophets. It's got prophets and pastors, leaders, and teachers. You have to be careful. It says, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not covetous. One who rules in his own house well. One rules in his own house, well, having his children in submission with his reverence. You only know how these people got their house going on. But also this. Rule their own house well, they temple. Okay, for if a man does not know how to rule his own house, how will he take care of the church of Yahuwah? If he can't rule his own house, his own temple, can he take care of the church of Yahuwah? And he working through manipulation. And it said also with children, they run their children through the path and through the fire spiritually. How can he run the church, even this, the building, or give anybody else anything? Not a novice, lest being puffed up with pride, he fall into the same condemnation as the devil. Pride. Moreover, he must have a good testimony among those who are outside, lest he fall into a reproach and the snare of the devil. This is why I say you don't never know what people mind say, what spirit they on. Devil just another meaning of just saying evil spirit. Likewise, deacons must be reverent, not double-tongued, double-minded. Didn't I tell you female and male? That's masculine energy, female energy. He said Solomon was double-minded. The father and the mother, female, male. They offer male energy, witchcraft, double-minded. Not giving too much wine, nor greedy for money. Shouldn't be double-minded. Shouldn't be greedy for money. Not too much wine. Holding the mystery of the faith, which with pure conscience. That's what I'm saying. It's just not who you follow. It's yourself too. You are what you attract. Pure consciousness. But let these also first be tested. Most High Yahuwah tested us. And he told us to test the spirit. The fruits of the spirit. First also test yourself. We're going through a test. It with us ourselves. It said resist the devil and it will flee. He said he was in a testing period. If you clean this up, then you'll be careful of who you seeking or what you attract. That's also with relationships. He said he's taking us through the fire. You have to let go of the old things to become pure again. We all was once full with demons. Sin. It says, but let these also first be tested. Then let them serve as deacons, being found blameless. The Most High Yahuwah testing. Be purified, made holy. Likewise, their wives must be reverent, not slanderous, temperate, faithful in all things. But look at this. Don't this got male and female in this? Isn't it talking about male and female energy? That's why I tell you, you got to be careful reading this book. This is talking about female and male energy. When the Most High Yahuwah should be the head of our life. He's the only one. Told you got a spirit could be a man and a woman. They're going off of female male energy. This why they come up. That's why the Most High Yahuwah told me that he created female and male human body, but it's female and male energy. It's energy, y'all. Likewise, their wives must be reverent, not slanderers, temperate, faithful in all things, lest deacons be the husband of their one wife. Why you got male and female? And this is why he stressed on marriage, and a woman should be with a man and a man should be with a woman. No doubleness. No doubleness. No female and male energy. That's why a lot of transhuman, they confuse. That's why a lot of them in this witchcraft and stuff in that Freemasonry and in Greek and fraternities and sororities, they believe in going with the opposite sex. They believe in going with the opposite sex. Male energy, female energy. When it should be men with women and women with men. But they bisexual. Going on, you don't see it, they are. The Most High Yahuwah is a man that doesn't lie. They believe in that stuff. That's why they believe in that transhumanism and all that gay and stuff. And a lot of them, they wolves in sheep clothing. They tell you this out your mouth, but then behind they doing the same thing. Because also, it's not physical. It's spiritual. They doing female and male energy. That's why the Most High Yahuwah say, who you pick this day, who you should choose. Male energy, the father, the head, or the woman, the wisdom. They double-minded. They going on female and male witchcraft, manipulation. Double-minded. Off the energy. You better be careful who you watching. He know the heart of all men. He created us all. A lot of wolves in sheep clothing. It says, let deacon be the husband of one wife, ruling their children and their own house well. You know what the Most High Yahuwah just told me? This why a lot of energy. If the people have a spirit, you know how people say they bisexual and they confuse? Confusion. He is not the author of confusion. That's why a lot of them go with him. Because they're pulling into what they send for acts on. You bisexual, you think about a man, you think about a woman, you in adultery, you love sex or whatever. This what's in you. You need to clean yourself up. He purified through the fire. This is why a lot of them going like listen to them other pastors and stuff. Because it's what's in them. What you attract is what you into. You don't have a pure conscience. Tell y'all, think of this spiritually while you in this fleshy. It's the spirit. Like this, it says, ruling their children in their own household well, for those who have served well as deacons, obtain for themselves a good standing and great boldness in the faith, which is in Yahuwah Shamashiach. Yahuwah saves. Yahuwah Shamashiach, he saves. But they hold you captive. Because they into witchcraft. They know your sins. They know the energy. If you into witchcraft, they're going to pull you in witchcraft. And you can have multiple spirits, demons in you. Look at this. The Most High Yahuwah told me Jerusalem, Israel, his holy temple, the kingdom, also in you. Look at this. He dwells in us. He dwells in us. Look at this. These things I write to you, though I hope to come to you shortly. Now, what do you mean he said come to you shortly? I told you also, and he said come to you shortly. It's the spirit. I told you, say the Ruach HaKodesh, roaming on this earth. Yahuwah, roaming. It's a spirit. He roaming amongst the earth. Also when you come to him, he talk to you. Anybody could talk or have a relationship with him. He talked to us all. You don't need no priest, no Catholic, nobody to tell you nothing about him. You can sit down right now in your own home and have a relationship with him. He dwells in us. When you have time for him, he come to you. But if you ignore him, he far from you. It says, I come to you surely, but if I am delayed, how is he delayed? You don't brush them off. You don't want to know him. I write so that you may know that how you ought to conduct yourself in the house of Adonai. your temple. But also it happened in heaven. Get out talking about that place that's on this earth. He's not talking about that. It says, which is the church of the living Adonai. Didn't he say your body is a temple or church? A living sacrifice. He dwells in us. Yahuwah is Yahushua in the flesh, was in the spirit. He told us he sent Yahushua down in the flesh. He came down in human form as Yahushua because he knew human cannot do it. But he came as a spirit in a body, Yahushua. Yahushua is nothing but Yahuwah saves. Yah saves. It's him. I keep telling y'all this. Talking about the second coming. He here already. In you. Roaming this earth. It says the pillar and the ground of the truth. And without conversively, great is the mystery of godliness. You know how the Most High Yahuwah told me back then, people say that they gods. That they are God. But how they put it is like they the one true God. And there's only one. Like I told you, he said, what got me about with with Miles Monroe and say we all gods. That's true in a sense. Because he inside of you. But ain't nobody higher than him. He's the creator. But you put yourself as a God. Higher than him. So you walk around godliness. Godliness. Without him. Now you're God. Idolatry. Superiority. You put your pride. That was Satan was. Yah, it say Adonai. I'm going to say Yah. Was manifested in the flesh. Who was manifested in the flesh? Yahushua. He came in a human form, just like we. We walk as he walked. He came in a spirit. He was a spirit into a body. Justified in the spirit. In the Ruach. Breath. Life. Seen by angels. Now, how was he seen by angels? I told you, other angels seen angels. I told you, the Most High Yahuwah told us a man form when Moses and them seen another angel. Because it's different angels. Some angels don't come in human form. It's different type of angels. A spirit inside of a body is other kind of angels. You got messengers. There was messengers running on earth, but it's another kind of spirit. It's another kind of angels. Different kind of angels. Got the cherubim. I think that's what the cherubim. Different kinds of angels, y'all. And he know. Because he have higher level. He got different angels for different levels. Now look at this. You got the archangels. You got the Seraphim. Got the guardian angels. You got the principalities, wickedness in high places. We fighting this. They got throne, dominion. They have different kind of angels, y'all. That's why I say it's different angels. They can minister to different angels, but we come in human form. He told us we wrestling against principalities, wickedness in high places. It's different level of angels. Just 144. But look at this, seen by angels. So how was he seen by angels? How was he seen? Other angels. Preached among the Gentiles. He preached among the Gentiles. Certain angel, it's a spirit. And it's preached among the Gentiles. You got the Most High Yahweh, his spirit, his people of him, and you got the followers of them. Believed on in the world. Believed on in the world. Believed on in the world. You know what he told me believed on in the world was? The world believed in it. The world believed in it. That's what we're doing now. The world believe in him. That they say JC. They say Jesus Christ, but his name is Yahushua HaMashiach. But the world believe in him. And he received up in glory. Told you that we are angels. We sing holy, holy, holy. It's different type of angels. I told y'all. know what he just told me? We ministering angels. We are ministry angels. We have a ministry in us. The minister. He said, we're ministering angels. What is it? We minister. You have minister angels, ministry. But a lot of them done turn their back on him. This is why he said we lead, we tell the truth. The 144,000 ministry angels. That's why he said in the religion, but ministry. Everybody have a job to do. Ministry angels, y'all know what he said. And you know, that's what I told you. Thank you, Otto. I told y'all. He said as our purpose is to set people free. Now what they talking about in this church and stuff is about giving the truth, leading to him. That's why he told me about the 144,000. We are out to give free the sisters and brothers of the lost sheep who was once lost. It's ministry angels. That's why you got to be careful who you watch. Everybody's not from the Father. That's why I say you live as you are called. Don't go no higher than him. You need to live your ministry how you are called. We all have a purpose. It's not material things of this world and all this. Your purpose is to set your people free. It's not about color, nothing like that. We are angels, ministering angels. He told me ministering angels. That's why you be careful in these religions. Many are wolves in sheep clothing. They went into witchcraft. They know the truth. I told y'all they know the truth. They once knew him and they turned from him. They turned, that's what I told you. They turned to religion. That's why the Most High Yahuwah say he flipped all the tables. You have the ministry in you. You don't have to seek nobody. The kingdom is in you. But you have to seek him. And you'll find it. It's in you. He in you. You don't need nobody to teach you nothing. That's why he said you don't need a teacher or nothing to teach you nothing. The Ruach HaKodesh, his spirit, his breath, he in us. It'll teach you all things. The mysteries to the kingdom of heaven. You just got to take our time to get to sit down with him and get from this stuff. They taking away, y'all, I'm telling you, they wiping out your faith in the Father. You having faith in them instead of having faith in the Father. And this is why he told me make sure that I stay confident. You stay confident in what he tell you. Let him be the truth and every man a lie, because the kingdom is in you. You know how, this is why I told you, people talk you out of what he telling you. Because it's a trick of the enemy. So you can't get to freedom. That's why he told us to have faith in us. Faith even the size of a mustard seed is him in us. We have faith. You have faith in yourself because he's in you. Greater is he that's in me than he of this world. You have faith in him. He in you. You trust in yourself. They don't want you to trust in yourself. Because if you trust in yourself, then they don't get nothing from you. You're not in slavery no more. If you trust in yourself and knowing that what the Father tells you, and you trust in your Father and our Father and have confidence, they can't get no money from you. They can't have no control over you, no slavery mentality. There can't be no slaves, masters over you. They can't have no control, mind manipulation. That's why you're a threat. They don't want you to know the truth, that the kingdom is within you. That's why I say he reigned here already. He placed us here. He's here with us, among us. Your Ruach HaKodesh, the spirit in you, the kingdom. And you got to pick what energy, who you going to be, feminine or masculine. It's not about this skin. It's about the father or the mother. Who you want to be with, the universe, with witchcraft, or you going to be with the Father, the truth. You can't have both. You can't have no fear. You double-minded. Sinful acts. You leave the Father. This is why he say the mother is a whore. And shall her daughters in them Babylon the great harlot, number witches and warlocks. They done left the father and went along with the mother, just like Solomon. Double-minded. Witchcraft. Feminine and masculine energy. Sin full of demons and devils and all this. Full of demon spirits. This is why a lot of people tormented in the mind. Talking about that sickness and illness and mental, a lot of mental illness. No, it's this. So many demons. It's legions. Legions. This is why he said, get your house in order. You better clean it up. Resist the devil, he flee. He coming. And once he clean you, pure up, the Most High clean you, the devil will come around again and see if your house is swept. And he'll come back and try to get a knock on another door open. But you got to be careful who you watching. He clean you up. You better watch this. They sending curses, spells, everything. People you talk to, child, you got to rebuke that. Resist that. You better have a relationship with the Father for yourself. And this is why a spirit of discernment, you hear clear. You hear more clear. You ain't got nobody speaking all against y'all in your ear, and you watching and all this distractions. Told you how to get to the old days. He told me a long time ago, I shared with y'all, he said, it's going to be me just off of this, and you in your word with him by yourself. You got to go back to like the old days, before even technology came. It was out back then. But they had word of mouth then. They didn't have all this right here. But you got to get and spend time with him by yourself. Just because people using that name, I told y'all, just so they say, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and Yahuwah and Yahusha, and they are deacon, apostles, out on titles. You better get out of there. That's why I say I ain't got to explain to nobody who I am. I know who I am. I know who I serve. I don't have to explain and carry no title with me. Because a lot of it's just titles. I cannot get you into the kingdom. Because like I said, once you leave here, that body go, you still got to go. Go where your maker. You know how they say who you going to be with? Is you going back to the kingdom? Or you going to hell? Shut time. You choose that day, this day who you, he said, you choose that day who you serve. A lot of them already got their mind made up. That's why the world crazy. Demons. That's why I told you, say ain't none but demons among us. Spirits. That's why around here different, he says different type of angels. Principality high places. That's why he told me Trump was a fallen angel. He is. Him and his whole clique. In his mode, just not with Trump. It don't matter skin color or nothing. It's the spirit. Some of your fallen angels in that Hebrew Israelite movement, and that other Jewish, and they all in all nationalities and all religion. It don't matter. It's a spirit. It's not about a color. That's why I say your race and religion cannot save you. It's about you having a relationship with the Father. It's about saving yourself from sin. Make sure you without a spot and a blemish. That shining star in the sky. I'm just saying. Because they say, know what they said in Hollywood. Falling stars, they a star. I'm telling you part of the truth with a lie. That's why I say people running around here godliness. They don't have the love of Yah in them. Lawlessness. Can't abide by his rules. They do whatever they want to do. Is that demon in them, them spirits. Demon is another word for spirits. Fallen angels, that's an evil spirit. And you can have multiple of them. That's why we got to stay prayed up with our shield and stuff. Sometimes we get to slacking, because I know that day I didn't even, I forgot to put my armor on. And you he said, guard your heart. People come off lovely and you go by this heart, but you better guard this heart. They have evil intention. Everything look good ain't good. Everything sugar ain't sweet. You better follow the Father. So let's go to Deuteronomy 18. And he told me about wicked counsel. The wicked are slain. He's slaying them. Just like he got with them with the flood. When he got with them with the flood, then he got rid of them with the fire. He getting destroying wickedness. That's even when on this earth disaster, the body, he get rid of it. But where your spirit gonna go? Well, you know the spirit, but where your soul gonna go? Thank you, Abba. You know what he gave me a good example of? Thank you. You know how that man was filled with legions, was filled with number of demons, and he ran to Yahushua and he said, Yahushua said he was gonna cast them out, and he said, "Can you cast them inside of a pig?" And he cast it inside of a pig, and the pig died, but the spirit still came in the water. These ain't number spirits. Demons are spirits. You can have multiple spirits in you. Told you it's about cleaning yourself in too. You full of demons, just like that Baphomet. Told you Solomon was full of demons. Baphomet. Anybody with a Baphomet that full of demons. This one the Most High Yahuwah said, purify. Spirits are demons. You can have multiple spirits. Multiple fallen angels in you to take off your body. They are sins. It's just a spirit using your body. Anything, they being animals, anything. That's why the hybrids and all that come from. And they use humans to come up to do mixing up animals. A spirit inside of a human being can have them to go have sex with an animal and create a hybrid. They're doing it through science. He just gave me that illustration. That's why I told you. Look at this. He told us avoid wicked customs. This Deuteronomy 18. When you come into the land which Adonai your allure is giving you, you should not learn to follow the abominations of the nations. And he told me also abomination was done in the temple. He's talking to his children. This is a relationship. This is about a king and his children. The fallen angels against the real ones. It's about a spirit versus other spirits. We was once lost. Had you doing stuff you had no business, but now you found, but some dying in the midst of their sins. This is why he told me the 144,000. We waking up and we go along the way and we'll see our other brothers and sisters and wake them up. Because they was once lost. But look at this. He said, you should not learn to follow the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone who makes his son or daughter pass through the fire, or one who practices witchcraft or soothsayer, or one who interprets omens or a sorcery, or one who conquers spells or a medium, or a spiritualist, or one who calls up from the dead. Spirits. It's other spirits. It's the spirits inside a person. Legion. You have many demons. This is why he say the real truth of casting out a demon. You tell the people the truth. I'm still working on a video, y'all, but I was doing that video, but as I told y'all, he give me more and more and more, because every day he teaching me something. He told me you tell them the truth. You tell them if they're a liar. You tell them if they're a cheater. You tell them the truth. You tell them it's a spirit in them. You telling them, you freeing them from demons. That's why Yahushua went around. He was a spirit. He was human form going around, but it was a spirit inside of him. And when he passed away, the flesh passed away, he still came back as a spirit. Get your thinking up. When we pass away, this body could pass away. You still come back as a spirit. He with us, in us. The kingdom is in us. Look at this. He says, for one who calls up the dead, for all who does these things are abomination to Adonai. And because of these abominations, Adonai, Yahuwah, drives them out before you. You shall be blameless from Adonai, Yahuwah. For these nations which you dispose, listen to soothsayers and diviners. And you know how he got me with other nations? You know how they talking about this nation against this nation? Fallen angels have different nations. They came down and plant this stuff. Different nations, different fallen angels in different nations. They all learning different things. He told you that the fallen angels came down on this earth and they created religions, different nations. A spirit came in a human. Look at this. For these nations which you are disposed, that for these nations which you will dispose is, listen to the soothsayers and diviners. But as for you, the Adonai Yahuwah has not appointed such a thing. And let me tell you how you say what a familiar spirit is. You know why? You seem like you say a familiar spirit come in your dream and it look like somebody familiar to you. Also, you know how you have, it's about a relationship, a connection. You listening to somebody on here and they Hebrew Israelites, I ain't saying all, because y'all got his children. But Hebrew Israelites, he telling me about them, because this is what the religion is about. The Hebrew Israelites, the witches, they got witches and warlocks in their religion. You listening to them, now they feeding your flesh, because the energy, feminine, they with a feminine male energy. Don't matter if you male or female, the energy. That's why that David Star, that female male energy, they give you what they want to do, whatever spirit that's in you that is familiar. What you talk to them is familiar. You know how when you talk to somebody, you're like, oh, this sounds familiar to me. You know how it is? You could go through something and you be like, oh, and you talk to somebody and they say, oh, this sounds familiar. So they all preaching on the same thing. Like the Most High Yahuwah said, they put out whatever in this book. Different parts of the Dead Sea Scrolls put in a book, in one book to control you. So as you read this, whatever they telling you, oh, it sounds familiar to you because you don't read this. And it's in you. So, oh, this sounds familiar. That's a familiar spirit. Instead of you going off from listening to people and listening to the Most High Yahuwah for yourself. When he said it should be only one spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Yahuwah in the spirit, his form, his child, he gave to us. That we follow the spirit of the Father, because he said, me and my Father are one. He is in the Father. They are one. He said, who is your middleman? Yahuwah should be your middleman. Yah saves. Who saves? Yah saves. Yahusha should be your middleman. So they talking and you like, oh, this sounds familiar. So you jump on board because what they saying is familiar to you. Oh yeah, they telling the truth because it's familiar to me. And so you following instead of getting to sit down and know the Father for yourself. He said that's what a familiar spirit is. And a lot of them get through here following them religions. Because you read what's familiar to what you were brought up and what they taught you, a tradition of men and this, instead of having a relationship with the Father for yourself. This is why I say what he tell me, it's not going to sound good to them. He said it's not going to sound good. They're going to think I'm a fib. They're going to think it's a lie because they go on familiar spirits, what's familiar to them. But the real ones who understand, they'll pick up the spirit. A spirit, they'll understand. You'll be on one accord. But so many going following, you need a savior when you already have one. You better get to know the Father for yourself. They manipulators. Slavery. Witches, warlocks. And he told me energy is transferred. I told you they go off of energy. The Most High Yahuwah is a man and never lie. And that stuff he taught me is because he taught me that. When he told me about that Egypt, when he told me about that ancient demon, that Baphomet, and he told me about the Daniel story. Nobody teach me that. I sit in my home and have my time with him. He taught me that. And now he teaching me this. You better get to know the Father for yourself because they transfer energy. It's about energy. And through this, they about keeping you a slave. Keeping you a slave to the truth. That's why I told you, I know they attacking me. Because they know I'm talking the truth. When you tell the truth, you're a threat to them because they don't want you to wake up nobody else. They go off energy. This is what they push. They lie to control. And And then when they get you in control, they lie to you, and they control over you, and you give them your energy, you give them your life. You handing your life to them in your hands instead of having it in the Father. Once I know the Father, I don't watch them and have no relationship with them, and I'm telling y'all the truth. Because my freedom is in Yahushua. He grants the freedom. I'm a threat to them because I free others. That's what the Most High Yahuwah told us. We go down the 144,000. We here now reigning. Tell them the truth. Because you're a spirit. All that waiting until all this one thing and they crack the sky and all that, that's a lie. You better get to know the Father for yourself. They manipulating, y'all. They manipulating with the weather. They manipulating with every time. They manipulating with everything. I'm telling you, to keep you lost. They keep you distracted and having a relationship with the Father for yourself. Because when you die, this spirit and when you die, this body, but that spirit get judged too. They not about saving souls, y'all. I ain't saying all of them. But he said the narrow gate, it's very few gonna make it through. He said it's a narrow gate and only a few gonna make it through. They so much caught up into religion and witchcraft and sorcery, divination. They were familiar. That's why I told you, they ain't gonna tell you the truth. He gave me the true definition of a familiar spirit. You find what's familiar to you in you, and also you purifying yourself, because you got to make sure you right and walk with pure light without a spot and blemish in you to get back to the Father, your Creator. And you know how he said also, thank you, Father. You know, also when they sacrifice through the blood, but also he told us back then about with the Pharisees and scribes, how they get people up under them and make them twice as hell as a demon as they self. You know what he also told me about? Spiritual. They sacrifice you spiritual. This is how they keep going. Sacrifice your spirit, spiritual. If you keep dumb and they keep you bound, that's sacrificing. You teaching your children, the children, the flesh, the children, all this, and they teach them that. You teaching your children, the next generation, this and this. You sacrificing your children spiritually. Spiritually. Get out the flesh. That's why he gave me about what they talking about, taking their children through the fire. Deuteronomy 20. He just gave us Deuteronomy 18. Taking your children through the fire. You training them up. Because the thing at the end of the day, we should be teaching our children. He said we should teach our children to sit down and have a relationship with our Father. You better teach your children the truth. That's why I tell my children, you have a relationship with the Father for yourself. You don't follow nobody. I told them, don't even follow me. They better have a relationship with the Father for themselves. It's about a relationship. It's not about a religion. I could tell them things along the way to open their eyes up, and if they spirit, they get the truth, then they're the truth. But he said, the truth shall set you free. This whole world is built off of, y'all, a number of lies. Okay, and because he gave me an Ezekiel. I told you, been having me in Ezekiel. And he said, this is why you listen to him. You create a relationship. That's why I told you the Most High Yahuwah told me back then about the 3 day of darkness. And I said, he was telling me when I was by myself, he was telling me about the 3 days of darkness. He said, I don't need no light or nothing because the Ruach HaKodesh is the light. But me, this woman that was a pastor, say she a pastor, her thoughts came into my mindset and switched me. Because that's what her thoughts was, her imagination. That's what her spirit, what she dealing with, spirit. He said also it's a spirit of liars. It lie. He said this how we tell people the truth. A lot of them know the truth. They still lying because they want to keep you spiritually bound, a slave to sin. And there's some that's just don't want to go no higher. They ignore the truth. They stuck. This is why when I come to him, I come with an empty mind like a child. That's why you see me and I'm having a relationship with him and you thinking it's fresh. Yeah, it's fresh. It really is, because I'm sitting down and letting him teach me. Not with no man teaching me. So it's new to me because I'm like, okay, I come as I'm empty my mindset. And this is why we fighting against the flesh. I told you, get out the flesh. He gave me Ezekiel about the wicked slain. He told me the wicked slain. He gave me about the abominations in the temple. And he told me the temple is, you thinking they talking about that third building over there? That Jerusalem, Israel, that you talking about they waiting to build the Antichrist in? That's a lie. He talking about his spiritual temple. He's his throne. And then Satan got his own temple. Satan got his temple, his kingdom. The Most High Yahuwah got his kingdom. Who are you of? It's not about this fleshly thing. You better make sure you right. The second coming of Yahushua already been here. He told me that. When he came back as a spirit, when he passed away, he came back as a spirit the second time. He's roaming this earth, and his spirit is guiding us. He's in us. The Ruach HaKodesh is in all of us. You have a choice who you gonna pick. He gave us breath. We breath. He gave us breath. You have a choice who you gonna pick. You better, it's about making sure you right. Like I tell you, you better make sure you right with the Father. Spiritually, get out this flesh. That programming they did and all this, and they telling you all this religion stuff and all that, and all on that, you watch they brought us up in Hollywood and all this, you believe that. But when the Most High Yahuwah tell you the truth, you don't want to believe that. Because it got you a slave. Feel like you got to have somebody governing over you. That's what governors mean. It just with the White House and all that too. And your presidents and all that. But you got governors over you now. Who up into this witchcraft realm? They Baal worshipers. You got spirits. You got familiar spirits. You got demons. You got witches. These spirits and witches and warlocks, fallen angels governing over you. When you should have the Most High Yahuwah over you. This is why he also said he have us under his wings, his feathers, his children. He govern over his children. If he don't know you, he ain't gonna take, you don't know him. He said, you're enemy to me. I don't know you. He said, you get from me, you workers of iniquity, Baal worshipers, and witchcraft. These people all about that, he got that flesh. That person, they all about that money. Fallen angels wanted all the money and greed too. They wanted the kingdom. Most High Yahuwah got it. Everything in there. They want the same thing. The riches and glory of this world. They got it right here. They want you chasing after right here when the kingdom got it all. Same thing, y'all. Also, the flesh and the spirit. But it's more spiritual than the flesh. He said we die to this flesh daily. What you feed more, your flesh or your spirit? Sit down and have your time with him. Get eating his word. What he teaches you, drinking his everlasting life, not eating the food that we offer in his flesh. You better eat what he gives you spiritually. That means sitting time, having time with him. They say when you fasting from food, you get more spiritual. That is the truth. That's with the flesh. But I'm talking about you better have spiritual. Better spend our time with him. And he said jealousy. And he gave me, told me in Ezekiel, he told us before, the wicked are slain. He destroying it. He destroying them. Don't you think in Revelation they were fighting up in there? Don't you think they were fighting in heaven? He told us, you go back in Revelation, it was Michael, the angel Michael and Lucifer. It was him and other angels fighting, kicking them out of heaven. What you think an angel being is? A spirit. Kicked them out of heaven. They came into the flesh. Just like they did with the pigs. He just gave me about the legions and the pigs. It's a spirit in all of us. Which one you is. And then that's why you working on getting out of the darkness, your sins, into the light. But first you have to recognize what it is you need to get out of. And they cast spells on you too. Spirits. They try to cast a spell on you. Witchcraft. That's why I was fighting with that oppression, because they want to keep you slave mentality, abound. That's what the Most High Yahuwah gave us words, and you fight against it. Because they use witchcraft. They wanted to keep me oppressed. Once you get to know the truth, they want to keep spells and stuff, and it came through them comments. And when you read it, it come into your mindset, and it's a spirit. He told us about imagination. That's why he told you be careful what you take in. Just because it look good don't mean it's good. You thinking they saying it in a kindly way. Really, they not. They shooting spells. Everything look good ain't good. They sending you curses. Everything look good ain't good. It's wolves in sheep clothing, y'all. And guess what? One of them that sent me one of them comments that was trying to, I thought he was like, okay, maybe he trying to be friendly. But then I go on this thing, guess he about King Solomon and same thing. And say he a Hebrew Israelite. They do witchcraft. These are spirits, demons. Y'all better get it together. It's just a demon, still a spirit. And then he had me in Ezekiel 9 when it's talking about glory departs from the temple. Look at this. And I looked, and there in the firmament there was above a head of a cherubim. Look, talking about the firmament. Talking about the cherubim, an angel. That appeared something like a sapphire stone, having the appearance of the likeness of a throne. Then he spoke to the man clothed in linen. Now look at this. That cherubim spoke to a man clothed in linen. Still, a man is a spirit. You know what the Most High Yahweh told me? You know with Moses and them, Ezekiel them, they was lost sheep. They was lost sheep. Noah, Lot, all his disciples, they was lost sheep. They found along the way. This is why he said, when he said a cherubim talked to a human, they was on earth, human form, birth. It was a spirit. There was a lost sheep. There was a lost angel, lost sheep. One of his lost children that found their way. This is why they was following Moses. Fallen angels against the bad angels. That's what he said. Ezekiel, that's why he said right here. When he spoke to the man clothed in linen, an angel spoke to him. Another angel talking to another angel. He said he got ministering angels. It just was a man in a human form. It was a spirit inside Ezekiel. They was lost sheep. They were his lost children. Told y'all the Most High Yahweh told me this is spiritual, y'all. It's a spirit inside of a body. But he said only 144,000. He already know. He had a seal. Who gonna know the truth? He know the heart of all men. Who gonna follow him not? He said many are called, a few are chosen. Chosen ones. We going along the way. And he has some that still, they gonna hop on board. He already knew. And it's like cycles. Some of us know ahead of time and some don't. You click on it ahead of time and some don't. Everybody got a different walk at a different time they'll wake up. But he already know the hearts. But he give us free will too. You already know. He know the heart. But he told me about that Hebrew Israelite thing. That's why y'all told me also. You better be careful. Gentiles are just non-Jewish. They say non-Jewish because they also work with this technology. But just different nations. Just different nations. Fallen angels created different religions in different nations. That's why I said, and just with no color of a skin, y'all. When you pass away, this skin gonna pass away. It don't matter what your skin color is. Don't let that race and religion trick you up. That's what they use. Because they know you flesh is weak. They use that fleshly stuff against you to keep you bound. Keep you a slave to sin. Keep you a slave. That's why I don't watch nobody. I might run into somebody and then when they say something that throw me off. These movements, this why they push this word. Satan knew the Bible. He know the Bible. He know how the Most High Yahuwah is, how he is. But look at this. Then the Most High Yahuwah says, every book, how they control you. Through this. They put in it what they want to put in it. And guess what? It's a spirit inside of whoever put this book together. So they have more of Solomon and stuff in this control. They change the names, the titles. Control, religion. Every book. That's why you better have a relationship for the Most High Yah yourself. Yeah, they put the truth in here. That's why he told us. Stay based. They have the truth. But they put it enough to have you controlled. Follow the religion. That Hebrew Israelite religion, you following. And the whole time, we all are children of the Most High Yahuwah. Coming from his throne. And he's a spirit. And you finding your way. You have a choice of what you're going to pick. What master you going to choose. They know, y'all. King James made this. It was a spirit in King James. What spirit was inside of King James? All the spirits that's over these religions. I'm just not talking about this, but this is popular. Because they got Buddhists and all them. They got a spirit over there, fallen angel over there. Fallen angel over all religions. But they use this one right here, popular. Because they know the truth. That's why I told you, the real Jerusalem, Israel, it's a throne. Not on this earth. I'm telling you like he told me. And they say his throne gonna rain down. Most High told me he already rained down. He got his son raining. Yahuwah says Yahuwah. They won. Sitting at the right hand of the Father. Right hand is the rights. He gave us the Ruach HaKodesh, the breath. The spiritual, y'all. Even though you see things happening on this earth that's fleshly, you better think about your spirit. You better think spiritually and think about your soul. It's spiritual. This is a spiritual book. All that stuff in that movies and everything they have you and a lot of them, they follow that Hebrew Israelite movement. I ain't talking about all Hebrew Israelites because we have some walking in the truth. But it's a lot of them that's walking. You follow them because your race. A lot of them follow them because they in their heart. That race card. That they got to be chosen. I got to be high superiority. Are we the chosen people? You know who the chosen people is? Who the Most High? Who the Most High chose? He chose all of us, but you choose who you want to choose. You choose to serve him if you want to, or you don't. Many call, a few are chosen. He called you, but you choose to go with him if you want to or not. You have a choice. He said, you deny me, I deny you. Stop following me, and you better follow the Most High Yahuwah and get a relationship with him for yourself. They're into this witchcraft, Baal worshippers. You better have faith in the Most High Yahuwah and start having faith in these men and this flesh. Better stop having faith in fleshly things and things of this earth. And you know it's a spirit in that flesh. Always looking for a leader and a teacher. I need this one to guide me, this and that, because laziness. I ain't got time to sit out time and have time with the Father for yourself. talk about it's a covenant. He told us also, you will have covenant. You make covenant with the devil. You making covenant with people, listening to them, participating, you following, in agreement with them, and all this stuff. That's a covenant. Making covenant with number some witches and warlocks, sorcery. A covenant. You got the Most High Yahuwah, his side. You got Shatan, his side. You have a choice. It's the spirits running around here. Everybody got a spirit, y'all. He gave me that illustration about that pig. And it's about making sure you right. You better clean up what's in. You are what you get. You are what you attract. He purified. Make sure you right. If you're into witchcraft, you're going to get witchcraft. You in that sorcery? They into sorcery. You getting into sorcery. You into abominations? You worshiping they in abomination. You following whoever they follow. The blind leading the blind to a ditch. That's why he said it's wicked and evil generation. They're looking for a sign and we'll find none. Because Yahuwah already gave us a sign. They ignore it. They ignore him. So much tuned into this world, and they lie so much about going on in this world. Keep you distracted. So much afraid of losing your life. When you, thing is, people dying in the midst of their sins. Satan got a lot of people fooled. And it's through that movement. You talk against it, they get scared. They think you're a devil since you talk against it. But like I said, you have some good ones and you got some bad ones. But he got me on about that with that witchcraft. A lot of them on them. Told y'all. They in them fraternity sororities, everything ain't witchcraft. It just don't look at that fraternity sororities. They're just oaths. You making one too. Everybody making one and they go along and in agreement with them people and their familiar spirits. He said he don't judge the outer side of the cup. It's what's the inside of the cup that matters. You don't know what these people are into. I keep telling y'all that. I told y'all even by watching me. Better get to know the Most High Yahuwah for yourself. We all got a spirit. What spirit are you all? You have breath. You have life. You have spirit. He told us before. They were angels in heaven. They were spirits cast down. A spirit in us. He gave me the same thing, gave me that illustration about that pig. That man was with legions, with numbers and demon spirits in him. Evil spirits. Cast them out, made him free. He was filled with the light. Darkness was out of him. But, yeah, I'm be blessed.